Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine and enjoying your online classes. Today we are going to do another topic from our grammar tree, that is active and passive voice. It is unit number 24. You can find this topic in your new books on page number 131. I am your teacher, Madam Fawzia Akhtar, FAK. So let's start our lesson. First of all, we will discuss what is an active voice and what is a passive voice. Voice can be active or can be passive. In an active voice, it's a type of sentence in which you will find any form of verb which will tell you whether the action is performed by the subject or the subject is performed by that action. In active voice or in active voice sentence, you will be informed or you will get the information that something has been done to a person or a thing. I again explain it to you. Sentences in the active voice will tell you or will describe you something that a person or a thing does. Any action that is performed by a person or a thing will tell you what type of action that was and by whom that action was performed or is performed or will be performed. If a sentence has a subject and that has a verb and an object, the object that is the direct object, this type of sentence is transitive verb sentence. These type of sentences are also called active voice sentences. In active voice sentences, we have three parts: subject, verb and object. For example, they bought all the gifts. In this sentence, the main doer of action is they. Bought is the verb. The action that is done is bought. Some persons have bought something. In the past form, bought is a past form of buy. They bought something. What they bought? They bought all the gifts. They is subject, bought is action, and all the gifts is object. So the main action is performed by the subject they. The action that was performed is bought, and the object what they bought is gifts. Okay, now we will discuss what is passive voice. Sentences in the passive voice or passive voice expression tells us that an action was performed upon the doer or subject. A passive voice tells us that something is done to a person or a thing. The main difference between the active and passive voice is the action and the performer of that action. In active voice, we get the knowledge what action has been done and by whom that action has been done. And in passive voice, we will come to know that some action has been performed upon the subject, upon the doer. In active voice, the doer or subject is each and everything, but in the passive voice, the main doer of action goes to the second place and the object takes its place. Some changes are made that will be discussed in our coming lesson. So first of all, make a difference that in active voice we have subject, verb and object. In passive voice, the main importance is given to the object, to the helping verbs, to the action. In the active voice, action is performed by a person. In passive voice, action is performed upon a person or a thing. I think these two things are clear to you, what is active voice and what is a passive voice. Active voice has normally three parts: subject, the doer of an action, the person or a thing who has performed an action. Secondly is the form of verb, that can be in present, in past, or in future. And the third is object, okay, upon which the action has been performed, with the help of which action has been performed. Passive voice has following parts: object plus helping verbs, that are also called auxiliary verbs, plus past participle, that is also called the third form of verb. In some sentences of the passive voice you will find the word by, and at the end there will be subject, but in some sentences we don't have the subject, so don't be confused. In active sentence we have normally three parts: subject, verb, object. But in the passive voice we will find that object has the main importance. Then there will be a helping verb, that can be is, are, am, was, were, will, shall, may, might, can, could, etc. And the main identification of passive voice sentence is the third form of verb, that is also called the past participle form. Another word by will be there, but in some tenses by is not. And at the last place we will have a subject, the main doer of some action, but in some tenses there is no doer, there is no subject. So the main identification of passive sentence is the object plus helping verb plus past participle. Okay, there are some changes we have to make when we are going to change active sentence to passive voice. Okay, there are some rules, there are some changes for which we have to follow while we are going to change active voice into passive voice. For example, when you have Urdu sentences and you translate them into English, you know what is the tense, who is the subject, who is the object, which form of verb you have to use. Similarly, while when you are going to change the passive active voice into passive voice, you have to follow some rules, and these rules should be learned by you in a perfect way. These rules will help you when you will do your exercises. Okay, the first change is object becomes subject. Okay, subject, the main doer of action, will leave its place and will go to the end of the sentence, and object will replace it. Number 2, subject becomes object. Subject, that was the doer of action, will go to the last place of the sentence, and object will be used in the start of the sentence. Okay, and number 3, past participle, third form of verb. Be careful to learn past participle, that is also called the third form of verb. If you have the first form in the active voice, for example go, walk, when you will change that form into passive voice, you will use the third form of go, that is gone, and the third form of walk, that is walked, and by is added. Some other changes are also made. Here is a chart for you students. This chart is also in your books. You can learn from it what changes you have to make while changing the active voice into passive voice. I will also brief you about these changes. You can look at these changes: simple sentences, continuous sentences, perfect and perfect continuous tenses. While you are going to change active sentence into passive, in simple sentence some changes are made: helping verbs are added, third form is added, subject is made object, and object is made subject. In the continuous tenses, the main identification of continuous tenses, you know already that there are some helping verbs, present participle form is used, and when you change these sentences into passive voice, you have to make some changes that will be discussed further. In the perfect tenses, you know, the sentence that has the helping verb has, have, had, and the third form of verb, that is also called the past participle form, are the perfect tenses. And perfect continuous tenses, they have their own identification. While we will do our exercises, I will also brief you about the changes you have to make while changing these simple continuous perfect and perfect continuous sentences into passive voice. Here are some more changes you have to make in simple sentences. Helping verbs is, are, am, was, were, will, shall are used according to the agent, according to the object you are using the start of the sentence. Listen again. When you have an active sentence, active voice sentence, and that is in the present tense or simple past tense or simple future tense, you will use the helping verb in is, are, am in present tense, was, were in the past tense, and will, shall in the future tense according to the object that is now taking the place of subject in the passive voice. Clear? When you have a sentence of continuous form, continuous tense, for example, is going, was going, were going, shall be going, you will use the word being in the passive voice. But be careful, present continuous tense and past continuous tense sentences can be changed into passive voice, but future continuous tense can't be changed into passive voice. Learn it well. Listen carefully that present continuous tense and past continuous tense can be changed into passive voice, but future continuous tense can't be changed into passive voice. Okay? When you have some active voice sentence in perfect tense, the sentence that has, have, had, and third form of verb, in the passive voice you will use has been, have been, and had been. Okay? These were the changes you have to make while changing the active voice sentences into passive voice. Now we have an exercise. I think many things have been made clear to you. Now we have an exercise. We will look at these sentences and will decide whether these sentences are active voice or passive voice, and we will also underline the verbs in these sentences. The first sentence is, it was a bright sunny day. That is a simple sentence. Was will be underlined, but this verb can't be changed into passive voice. Okay, because it is not a transitive verb. So the first sentence can't be changed, can't be transformed into passive voice. You have to put a cross against it. Okay. Number 2 sentence. The family has gone on a holiday. This sentence has the subject the family, has helping verb, gone third form of verb, on a holiday is complement. This sentence don't have a object, direct object, so this sentence can't be changed into passive voice. So in this sentence we have the verb has gone. You have to underline these verbs. This sentence can't be changed, can't be transformed into passive voice. Okay? Put a tick in front of it. Sorry students, you have to put a tick. Those that cannot, sorry students, let me explain you again. In the first sentence you have been asked if the verb can be transformed into passive voice. You have to put a tick mark against them. The first sentence cannot be changed into passive voice, so you have to put a cross against it In number 2 again, the has gone has a verb and it can't be changed into passive voice, so you have to put a cross against it. Now come to the number 3 sentence. The mother was driving the car. Now we have the active voice sentence. Look at this sentence carefully. The mother is subject, was helping verb, driving main verb, the car is the direct object. So this sentence has the three parts: subject, verb and object. So this sentence can be changed into passive voice. So put a tick mark against it. Underline the words was driving. Number 4 is she has taken her camera along. Look at this sentence. This is present perfect tense. She is the subject. Has taken is the verb. Underline this verb. Has taken. Her camera is the object. So again this sentence can be changed into passive voice. Has taken can be changed into passive voice. Underline it and put a tick mark against it. You will change the sentence like it. Her camera has been taken along by her. Okay. Number 5. They will look around the place. Underline the verbs will look. This sentence can be changed into passive voice. This verb can be transformed into passive voice. The place will be looked around by them. The place will be looked around them. Underline the words will look and put a tick mark against it because it can be transformed into passive voice. Number 6. The children have packed a lot of story books. Again, this sentence can be changed into passive voice because the verb have packed can be transformed into passive voice. Underline the words have packed. This is the verb, present perfect tense. The children have packed a lot of story books. The children is the subject, have packed is the verb, and a lot of storybooks is the object. It can be changed like this into passive voice. A lot of storybooks. The object is plural, so you will use the plural helping verb. A lot of storybooks have been packed by the children. Been is added. A lot of storybooks have been packed by the children. Number 7. The eldest son lifted the heavy suitcase. You can see in the picture the eldest son has been lifting a heavy suitcase. The eldest son is the subject. Lifted. Lifted is the main verb. Underline it. The heavy suitcase is object. This is the past tense. Lifted is the second form of lift. Underline it. Object is the heavy suitcase was lifted. The heavy suitcase was lifted by the eldest son. Number 8. They will sing and dance and enjoy themselves. This sentence has no proper direct object. Okay. They subject, will sing and dance and enjoy are the verbs, but they don't have a proper object. So this sentence can't be changed into passive voice. The verb sing, dance and enjoy cannot be transformed into passive voice. So put a tick mark against it. Okay. Number 9. They will pick up seashells on the beach. They here is subject. Will pick up is verb. Seashells is object and on the beach is complement. So this sentence will be changed like this. First of all, underline will and pick up. Seashells will be picked up on the beach by them. Students, be careful while you use the subjects at the object place. You have to use its objective form. Okay, and when the object goes to the place of subject, you have to use its subjective form. They will pick up seashells on the beach. Seashells will be picked up on the beach by them. Number 10 sentence. They will come back next Sunday. Again, this sentence has no object and can't be changed into passive voice. The verb is will come back. Underline it, but it can't be transformed into passive voice. So put a cross against it. Okay. Home assignment. Students, in your books on page number 132, there is a exercise B, that is your home assignment. You have to just identify whether these sentences are active or passive voice. Okay, if you find that this sentence has all the things found in active voice, you have to write A in front of it, and if the sentence is passive voice, you have to write P against it. Okay, first of all, if you have the sentence, when we understood the problem, we quickly realized our mistake. This sentence has subject, verb, object. So this sentence you can identify whether is it active or passive. Okay. First of all, look at the sentences carefully and then give your answers and send it to me. And your homework you have to do in your notebooks, that is exercise C, D and G. First of all, learn the rules which I have described to you and which you can also have in your books. Then try to solve these exercises, and if you have any problem you can discuss it with me. Okay, be careful. Thanks.